So waiting till next spring or summer of 2025 could potentially give you more inventory to choose from, but everybody's predicting lower rates, lower inflation, maybe some pain in the job and economy, and that will result in what? More buyers, more competition, affordability is going to go higher. So is waiting till next year to buy a home the right thing to do, or is trying to buy now where there's less competition, more fear in the market, maybe more price reductions, people having to sell? Because we always know that fall and winter are some of the best times, the best deals that are done, because a lot of people do not want to move, especially down near the holidays. They don't want to move. They don't want to deal with it. That's where you could pick up a deal. That's where somebody might be saying, I need to sell this property, a death, a divorce, a partner split up, or maybe a flipper has to fire sell a property. But spring, summer is typically where people wait to put their house on the market, where they're going to move. So there's more activity, more listings, more transactions, but also people think they're going to wait to sell their house in spring and summer because they are going to get more for their property. And people that sell in this time of year, they particularly know that, hey, I might take a hit, whether you're buying a house, maybe you're going to rent out your property because there's just less inventory. Typically, there's way less demand and there's way less people that really want to move during the holidays. Hey everyone, my name is Kenny Simpson. If we have not met, welcome to the monthly market update. I do this every month. We look at nationally what is going on out there. We look at interest rates. We look at data. We look at inventory. We look at home sale prices, all that stuff to get a good glimpse of what is going on month over month. And as I shoot this video, yes, we have a new president-elect. Yes, we're going to have a new administration coming in a few months. And also, yes, it seems like there is going to be a lot of changes coming into the market, into the economy, into regulation, into all types of stuff. So 2025, a lot of people I think are going to come off the sidelines and feel much better, maybe about buying a home, refinancing a home, starting a business, getting going. Whether you like Trump or do not like Trump, or you voted for Trump or didn't vote for Trump, it really doesn't matter at this point because he's going to be in office. But one of the things that is clear with all the articles I read, the blogs I read, the videos I watched, the interviews I watched, which is a lot. If you follow me and you know, I study data, I study the facts, I really study. Who cares about all the hype, the TikToks, the Instagrams, all that crap? That doesn't matter. What we do here on this channel, and I do, is I want to study the data, who's coming in, what does that mean for the economy, inflation, rates, the whole thing. Well, Trump coming in will definitely be more about getting the economy going, basically trying to get rates down, drill, baby, drill, get the cost of energy down, right? Try to bring those rates down, bring inflation down. And also, how can he help spur the housing market, the economy, the whole thing? It feels like we're kind of stuck now. And look, go listen to anybody, any money that manages money, any real estate investor, they could have voted for Kamala. But what they're telling you is they knew under Trump, they're going to probably make more money. It's going to be much better for them. So the economy should be much better for you. So you as a home buyer, you as somebody owning home rental properties, whether you want to buy rental properties, want to buy homes, how can you take advantage of this? What is it going to look like? And some of the things we'll cover today, I'll get into a little bit what I think could happen, not happen. But most importantly is that you understand what's going on in the market and the economy, and really what affects interest rates, what affects inventory, sales, and what do we think is going to happen in the coming years? Do we think the market's going to go down? Do we think the market's going to go up? Do we think it's going to crash? Do we think we're going to have a recession? Like, what is coming ahead? And by the way, if we've never met, again, my name is Kenny Simpson. I focus on 1 to 4 unit financing. So thanks for watching. I've helped over 5,000 customers, funded billions of dollars of loans. And you wonder, why do I do these videos? Well, folks, I do these videos because I am passionate about the mortgage business, passionate about the real estate business. You should definitely go and look me up, check me out online. You should definitely follow me on social. You're probably getting this because you're on my email list, but if you're not following me on social, you're really, really missing out, because daily we put out a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of good stuff, and you can really get in tune to what's going on in the economy and market. So if you're looking to buy, refinance, or anything, you can stay up to date by just a few minutes checking in on social media. That could really help you out. But at the end of the day, I'm here to educate you to whether the good, the bad, the ugly of this business. And at the end of the day, I want to make sure you have the right data, the right information, so you and your family can make that confident decision, whether you're buying a home, refining, buying an investment property, whatever it may be. And here at the Simpson team, whether you are a first-time home buyer, you're in the military, or you're a sophisticated self-employed borrower that seems to have problems getting qualified or don't know if you can, or you're an active real estate investor and you need to finance 1 deal, 10 deals, whatever you are, we fit the gamut. We've been doing this 20 years. We're great at what we do. And like I tell people jokingly, if you need me to fix your car or your computer or build you a house, I am not the guy, but I might know a guy. But if you need help with mortgage, advice in real estate, I am your guy. I would love to help. So if you want to chat, here's how you can reach me. Here's my phone number, my email, website, and you can come by and visit us. Anyways, again, thanks for watching. Now, enough about me. Let's get into it. Okay, so what are the challenges ahead for future first-time home buyers? Obviously, folks, we know. What is it? Let's just go through them. The challenges that we know right off the top of the bat is there's no inventory. I hear this all the time, especially here in a place like San Diego where I live. The second thing is interest rates. They stink. Yeah, the feds have cut rates 75 basis points, and everybody calls me, Kenny, what is going on? I thought they cut rates and then the rates go down. No, folks. I've always told you, if you watch me, if they cut rates, that has nothing to do with the long-term rate. That has to do with your line of credit, a business line of credit, maybe your credit cards, things like that. It has nothing to do with the actual long-term interest rate. Could cutting rates affect rates? Absolutely. The first 50 basis points that Jerome Powell cut was the best time to lock in a long time, because all the hype, all the anxiety, is he going to do it? Oh my gosh. And everybody was so excited about that. And the treasuries got down. It was marvelous. People were locking in rates, great rates. They were excited. And well, lo and behold, those rates shot right back up, and rates are not very good. So we're dealing with no inventory, high mortgage rates, unaffordability. Obviously, that is a problem, folks, because supply demand, as you know, is the biggest thing about real estate. The second biggest thing is interest rates. And the third, which is really determined by the second, is affordability. And so why are interest rates staying higher real quick? It's because simple. Most people just want to say they should be lower, but most people don't understand data. They don't follow it. And the feds who cut rates and go out there and talk, could they control long-term rates? Absolutely. They could buy treasuries tomorrow and bring that rate down like that, just like they did in COVID. The interest rates dropped. That's because, boom, the feds woke up, gave everybody trillions of dollars, and then they said, we're going to buy mortgage-backed securities, treasuries, whatever you want to call it in your world. Basically, they kept the rates artificially low like they've been doing for a long time. So we've been very spoiled about these rates being low for many, many, many years now, for a long time. They've just come down, 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 and we're so spoiled. It's like drugs. We're addicted to it. And we're like, this sucks. Historically, rates are not very high. But what happens is when you locked in residential, commercial, government, business debt, the whole thing, everybody locked in all this low debt, took out a bunch of debt because it was cheap. And everybody's like, holy crap. If I'm not on a fixed long-term rate, my rate's going to adjust. My rate's going to do this. And it's a major, major problem, folks. So I understand that. The government actually understands that, but they have to watch data. And what are they watching with data? Number one, they're watching the jobs market. They need more pain into the jobs market. Even though the jobs print of the last 2023, 11 and 12 are BS, they still watch that. Number two, what else are they watching? They're watching inflation. Inflation was at 9, now it's in the 2s. Great. They want it at 2, not at 2.8. Is it ridiculous? I don't know. Maybe you know. I'm not an expert at that. I just watch the data. And number three, what else are they watching? Well, they're going to watch a combination of retail sales, consumer spending, things like that, right? So that's the last thing. And the fourth, final piece that could change everything is if there's a war, if there's a pandemic, right? If there's a virus or something like that, that would say this is going to disrupt all three or something, they can pivot, they can change, they can lower rates, they can raise, do whatever they want. So the biggest factor right now is they're looking at the jobs market. They need more pain. That means they need millions of you to lose your job. Isn't that just lovely to get rates lower? Or they need the economy to basically start falling off a cliff. That would be, even if you're employed, you're like, we're all going to stop spending money. And if you didn't know what that was, that's like when the pandemic hit, everybody's like, oh my gosh, are we going to die? What's going to happen? Stop spending money in the stock market crash. That's it. But stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'm going to give you something that could happen that not many people are talking about. Is it a guess? Sure. Is it a thought? Sure. But it's also could be reality, and I'll explain later. But what I'm going to tell you is how I think at a specific time and a specific date next year, early next year, how interest rates could have a dip. So if you're looking to refinance or buy or lock anything up, there could be another window of opportunity. Could it be long-lived, short-lived? We don't know, but I'm going to explain how I think there could be an opportunity. So anyways, let's jump into the first graph here. Cumulative gap between entry-level and high-end homes, which is pretty fascinating. So entry-level homes is on the blue and high-end homes is in the pricing is. So rate of increase in entry-level prices is 63% above the rate of increase in high prices. Obviously, folks, why do you think that is? Well, if you go to a place like San Diego, there's not many people probably buying a $3 million home, but there's definitely a lot more people buying $1 million home. So the demand is where? The demand is in the entry-level home. If you're flipping homes, most flippers like to remain in the entry-level home. Why? There's many more buyers, much more demand. Obviously, there's much more product. And so the rise in that does not surprise me because that's where a majority of people buy and live. And so this chart makes sense, but it's really cool to see this broken down. The number of renter household per home for sale is 29.7% as of June 24th, 29.7. So we'll round up to 30. But historically, look at 2004, 5, 6. Wow, that really dropped, but we have come real high. Unemployment rate by 10-year. So owners and renters, isn't this fascinating? So renters' unemployment rate is 6.1% and owners is 3%. Folks, did you see that? That is crazy. Why is that? I'm not sure. Is it education? Maybe. Mindset? Maybe. Don't know, but that's very interesting. It's almost half the number. So what is going on with home prices and what's the forecast as of September 24th? Remember, a lot of the data we look at, folks, is behind us because we don't know what's coming in front of us because we don't have the data. We can guess, we can speculate, but we always like to reference back to the data. So as you can see, the average for all is 2.6. Some of these people are 0.3 and some of them are 4.4. Everybody has their opinion. Most people get it wrong. But look, whoever predicted 2.7, Zelman and Associates, 2.3, they're looking pretty good. 3.0, not that far off. But the 0.3 and the 4.4, they're definitely mixed there. Changes in home prices year over year. Well, you can clearly see that home prices have come down, they chilled out, but the lack of inventory is still not helping. Some areas too, like Austin, Texas, I've seen it drop there. You have a lot of inventory, things aren't selling, so people are picking up deals 10, 15% less than the top of the market, which is expected when there's huge demand and then there's low rates, right? That whole crazy thing, money flowing like it was Christmas presents on Christmas. Median listing month over month. What I like about this chart is it goes back year over year. If you look from 2017, the median list price was $270,000. The median list price in 2024, folks, is over 420. It's $424,950. Holy smokes, how did that happen? Well, supply, demand, and really what happened is we don't have enough inventory. Everybody locked in low rates, and there's no supply. Because if we put a bunch of supply in the market, what would that do? If the demand didn't meet it, that would mean what? So if you have too much supply and not enough demand, that would mean prices have to come down to what? Meet demand. So that's why I want more inventory because it would help with affordability, help with prices. But are we going to get it? I don't know because there's a lot of people locked in at rates having the ones, rates in the twos, rates in the threes, rates in the fours. And that is the reality of people are like, I'm not moving. So when rates come down in the fives, those people in the fours go, okay, this is getting pretty good. But when they are in the sixes or sevens, people want nothing to do with it. Plus the house going up is more money, more cost, all that stuff. So anyways, let's keep moving along. So price reduced down 0.3% points to year over year. Here's the thing about price reductions people don't understand. People go, oh my gosh, there's 33% or 40% of homes are being reduced. We're going to have a crash. Well, folks, I'm not saying the price reduced, but price reductions is very typical in any market. It's about 30%, somewhere around that number, give or take. That is historic. So if you see like there's all these price reductions happening, that is common. That's not a crash. But is it a little bit higher now? Absolutely, because affordability rates and things like that. So year over year, you can see the price reduction. It's cool. Like I said, I love these charts. You can go back and see how things were and compare it to others. But typically, you can see where this kind of chart, besides, let's see, 21 and besides 2020, because we had all-time inventory, remember, lowest sales, all that. That's why price reductions were a little bit less. It was crazy. But as you can see, we're all kind of back up here in the graph, which is more normal. Median sales price of existing year over year by region homes. Well, we just went over that. Look back in the day. In 2000 is 167. In 2010, 225,000. And today it's 425,000. Holy crap. That's insane. But that's the reality we're living in. This is why there's pain. This is why affordability. It just makes sense. Look at so if you were a renter this time, you were crying. You're like, you did not get the uptick in the asset prices, the value of your home, the equity. If you bought a home, you feel and look like a genius, even though you might not be a genius. You just bought, and now you look like a genius. So you can just say you're a genius, right? I guess. Total home sales forecast, total home sales in millions, 2019 to 2025. Current pace is 4.7. This was the forecast, 2019. This is the total home sales forecast to rise. So you can go back 19, 20, 22. So it's honestly not too crazy, but current pace, we're definitely, look, we're not getting enough sales. We're just not. So 2025 total home sales forecast, it is 5.4, 5.2, 5.2, 5.7. I don't think we'll even hit that number. I think we're going to be maybe 5 million. We'll see what happens. If rates come down, that could change. Days on the market, 58 days on the market on the average, but remember where we are in the year. So if you just took this year and you went to 2024 and you went to the prime time, which is the summertime, which is around maybe June, July, you can see that it's much lower. Obviously, there's years like 2022, 2021, where it's much lower. We already went through that, rates, demand, all that stuff. So obviously, inventory, rates, demand, affordability, all that stuff, that will dictate obviously what happens here with inventory. Existing home sales, there you go. Not too great. As you can see, we are really, really low on existing home sales, and we need rates to come down, affordability. But we also need people to list their friggin' homes. How's the inventory? How are we looking? Homes sitting on the market, median days on the market, longer. Well, you can see we got August. Like I said, we're looking at data backwards. Like when I do this next month, we'll be looking at August, September, stuff like that, maybe some October. So as you can see, days on the market, let's say, go back in 2022, it was 41 days in August, and it was in 2023, it was 46 days in August, and 2024, it was 53 days. So not that far off. You're not seeing a crazy change in this trend line. You do see 22, obviously days on the market was much more favorable, lower in those February, March, April. But as we got to January, you can see it ticks back up because obviously spring, summer is what? The most popular time to buy a home, the most active. Fall, winter is what? The slowest time. That's why you get the best deal. Remember that. This is the time you get the best deal if you can buy. Inventory is increasing, unsold inventory of existing home sale at the current sales price. There you go. Active listings, well, 953,814 in 2024 as active listings. My guess is that number's high because that is including pending sales and things like that. Because that is, we wish we had 1 million homes on the market, but that's over a month average, but we should have much, much more. So if you go back and look at 17 and you look at 18 and you look at 19, you notice the difference. Everything was always over 1 million. As you can see right now, we're coming higher, but we're definitely, so it's good. We are increasing inventory, which is good, little bit by little, but you can go look at 21. Look at that. 21 was terrible. We're very low. We still have low. There's certain parts of the country like San Diego and stuff where we are way too low. But if you look at this, if you look at 17, 18, 19, more of a healthy market, look at 17. We had, over 1.3 million. So we are definitely way off. We need more inventory. Pending listings. There you go. Look at, 21, much higher. But look, we're definitely at 420,000. For October. So that's pending. So you have to take pending out of active listings. And that's your number, which is not good. But it's better than it was. So let's congrats the data because I'm excited about it. At least it's better because we're not going the opposite way. Total listings, 1,369,000. Remember, if you go back to, again, 17, 18, 19, you want to look at those kind of things, you are going to see what a healthy real estate market is and how we should have a lot more newly listed homes. As you can see, folks, that is our big problem. Go to 2017, 2018, 2019. Just keep looking at those numbers. That is a normal real estate market. Whatever the hell normal is, that's what it is. And you can clearly see that we are on the brown one right here. It is no bueno. We're very, very low. That's the problem. You see the difference. We're way off. Even when you come into So that's what needs to improve, but will improve. I don't know. Regional inventory, year over year versus pre-pandemic, year over year, pandemic. There you go. So we're getting better, but not good enough. Mortgage rates. We expect the economy to land softly and housing inventory to continue to recover. This should put downward pressure on mortgage rates this fall and winter and set the stage for a much better season for home buyers in 2025. Well, folks, I agree with this guy, but unfortunately, we are all very confused on why the 10-year treasury is higher. So this statement as of right now is not accurate. Could we get some bad data coming soon? Absolutely. Could things change? Absolutely. But for right now, we are stuck with the higher interest rates. So unfortunately, Ralph, the statement is incorrect as of now. Fed interest rate cuts in general will bring about lower mortgage rates, which in a definite boost to the housing market, but it won't happen overnight. Well, we got that initially and we gave it all back. So I do agree with the statement. Over time, it will come lower. We're just waiting. So could you please hurry this up because we'd love some lower rates. Thank you. 2025 mortgage rate projections. This is always fun. So Q4, 6.2, 6.2, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So we have rates landing in the fives. These predictions, who really knows what's going to happen? Mortgage rates, projections. There's a little different graph. Lowering finance costs will likely boost demand by pulling affordability crunch buyers off the sidelines. We obviously know that, folks. Over 1/3 of homeowners would be much more motivated if rates were under 6. I agree. It says 35%, 30%, less than 4%, 21%. But I agree. And here's your 2025 home price forecast. There you go. Let's see what happens. Who's right? You want to get a hold of me? Let's chat. Hit me up. Let's talk. How to reach me. There you go. And as I promised you in this video, I told you, okay, so here's 2 things that can get rates lower because this is, I know what you want to hear. And you waited to the end of the videos to watch this. So I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Number 1 is we will continue to watch data. We get jobs report every single month. So 2 things we're watching on the jobs report. Number 1 is every Thursday, there is initial jobless claims. That number needs to get over 325,000 and stay there for 4 weeks. If it does that, that means, folks, we have some pain in the economy. That means we have some concerns. And that should mean that signals to the bond market, treasury market, and in English, the long-term mortgage rate market that we need to get those rates down, and that will naturally start happening. That's number 1. Number 2, we have a jobs unemployment rate that comes out every single month. That'll be coming out again in December. That just came out literally right before the election happened. And that jobs report was not good. They're kind of just shrugging it off because number 1, there's some, layoffs from Boeing and some strike workers and the hurricanes. And the jobs print before that was really good. Then it got revised. And then out of the last 21 jobs reports, 15 were revised downward. But that downward number was over 1 million jobs that was misprinted. So we kind of looked at the jobs report. We don't like it. When I look at the data, the jobs report, I can hear a number, but I dive in there. It's not good. But here's the thing. We need data to change. We need the initial jobless claims to go up. But the next jobs report, if that comes in weaker, that's going to be 2 in a way. That's going to be 2 in a row. That right there is a signal in the sky. We should see some pullback because Trump got elected. They think he's going to have tariffs and do all this stuff. The 10-year treasury probably moved up 25, 30 basis points. That should hopefully start coming back down. As we start getting more and more information of what he's going to do, administration, that could trigger rates. That could trigger the economy. He could say something that says, oh my gosh, people are scared. The stock market sells off, rates come down. But here's one thing that I wanted to lend you with. Well, one thing I'm very excited about. Forget Trump, forget the whole administration. There's one thing that is really important to me. It's the national debt, and it should be just as important to you and me. Yes, I'm excited about they're going to come out and change the whole health thing because we all need to get healthier. Come on, people. We definitely need to do that because that'll bring down the cost of if we get healthier, we spend less on healthcare and all this crap, our insurance would come way down. Gee, isn't that a thing? Just like if we gotten less wrecks or we had less natural disasters, homeowner insurance would be less or car insurance. It's not that hard, right? If we had more inventory, house would be cheaper. Or, right? It's very easy. So this Department of DOGE, D-O-G-E, right? Department of Government Efficiency. That is what I'm excited about. Why am I excited? Because the amount of waste in government is disgusting. I don't care who you are, who you believe in, who you vote for. You should be enraged. And once you start seeing this stuff released and realizing how ridiculous this is, you will be enraged. But here's the good news is, I hope Elon, Vivek, and their whole team come in and start slashing and hacking. I hope we have some pain. Because guess what? We need it because we cannot spend $2.5 trillion a year more than we bring in. Why? Because it's keeping mortgage rates up. I'm not going to get into this long video, but here's my prediction. Department of Doge is going to come out January 20th. So Trump's going to come out January 20th, hitting the ground running, doing all these announcements, making these cuts. But the Department of Doge, Vivek just said they're going to make big announcements on January 20th. I'm guessing those announcements will be how they're going to cut, how they're going to hack, how they're going to maybe let people go, what they're going to do to bring efficiency to the government. That means basically stop wasting money, cut spending, all that. If that spooks the market, which it could, on January 20th, we could see the treasuries drop. We could see rates drop. And guess what? If you're sitting on the sideline to be a home buyer, put that in your calendar. If you're sitting on the sideline to refinance that primary residence, that investment property, put it on the calendar. So I'm calling for 2020. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see. Hopefully we get some forward guidance on that. But I'm expecting some huge announcements. A lot of people think, oh, it's going to be hype. I don't think it's going to be hype. Because right now, folks, we're $37 trillion in debt, whatever it is. It's growing so much. We cannot sustain this. We are going to hit a brick wall. I will tell you in the near future, and we are all going to pay the price severely. So we need to have short-term pain for long-term gain. So I hope they get in there slash and dash. I hope we get these rates down and we make homes affordable again. Anyways, that is my time. I hope you got something out of this. Please share this. Please comment. Please contact me if you need anything. Here's me and my beautiful family. I thank you so much. Until next month, we will be in touch, but you should be following me on Instagram and you should be checking all my emails. And if you need to get pre-approved, you need to refinance, you have a tough scenario, you need any questions at all, book an appointment with me. Thank you so much, folks. Talk to you soon.